Hello, hello, hello. We going in reverse today, guys. After this lesson, we only have 4 more to go, and summer school will be over. Ok, hola muchachos. Después de hoy solo nos quedan 4 lecciones más, o sea, 4 días de escuela de verano y terminamos. Today we're going to continue with factoring trinomials, but the only thing is that today the value of a is going to be greater than 1. Okay? Up till today, we were factoring with the value of a was 1, but now the value of a of the coefficient of the leading term is going to be greater than 1. Ok, muchachos, ahora vamos a factorizar trinomios donde el valor de a, o sea, el valor del primer término, es mayor que 1. Hasta ahora habíamos trabajado con términos donde el valor de a era siempre 1, pero ahora el valor de a tiene que ser mayor que 1. Do you remember the standard formula? The standard formula of a quadratic function is 8x squared plus bx plus c. So up till today, we're working with the value of a that was equals to 1. So it was just like x and x. Now we're going to work when this value is greater than 1. Okay, muchachos? Hasta ahora estamos trabajando cuando el valor de a del coeficiente cuadrático era 1. Ahora vamos a trabajar cuando es más que 1. Para esto, o sea, mayor que 1. Para esto hay una regla que les voy a enseñar ahora, que se llama AC, o sea, AC. Muchos de ustedes se recuerdan porque lo vimos durante el año escolar, ¿ok? A lot of you will remember, guys, when we used to find AC. Remember the value, a new value of C when we multiply the first term with the last term. Actually, the coefficient of A with the constant, with the value of C. So I'm going to explain to you what I'm talking about. I give you the strategy in English and Spanish. This is the English version, then you have the Spanish version on the bottom. For my Spanish speaking kids, this is the step that you have to do. Let me start with the English version. Okay. When we factor trinomial where a is greater than 1, it's the same thing. If you notice here, a here is 2, b is 7, and c is 3. Remember, when the value of a is greater than 1, we have to do an extra step. The first thing you have to do, you have to open parentheses. Okay, now, the only thing is that the coefficient will always be placed at the beginning of each set of parentheses. So before we used to do just x and x, now the value of the coefficient in front of the x is going to be also kept, all right? And just added, like I said, to the beginning of each set of parentheses or to each binomial. So when we do this, all right, then we have to multiply the value a times the value of c. That means that we have to multiply a times 3, okay? So AC here will be 6. So the new value of a in this case will be 6, positive 6, right? So because, okay, the last term is positive and the middle term is positive, both bubbles are going to be plus, okay? And you're going to ask yourself, now we're going to work with this new value, not with the 3. We're going to work with the value of AC, okay? And so two numbers that when you multiply them will give you 6, and when you add them will give you 7. Okay, so what are you actually doing is will be finding two factors of 6. Then when you add them up will give you 7. So 6 times 1 is 6 and 6 plus 1 is 7. Okay, now the thing is, when you have placed your factors into the set of parentheses, there's always one or both parentheses that are going to be divided by the common divisor or by the GCF. In this case, the only one that have a GCF is this, because we can divide both terms by 2. So 2 divided by 2 will give you x, only because 2 divided by 2 is 1. You know there's one imaginary there, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. The other one will remain the same because they don't have a common factor, common GCF, which is 1. But if you divide by 1, you're still going to have the same answer. So that will be the answer for this question. So this is the final answer. So the goal here, guys, is to find the value of AC. That will be the new value of C. In other words, what I will do is, if I have to use the just to print what I'm doing about, that will become x squared plus 7x plus 6. And I can work with that one. You can do that if you want, or you can just already, just work with the new value of C. When I do more problems, you will understand better, okay? So now let me to explain this to my Spanish speaking students. Muchachos, la única diferencia ahora, que el término de A, acuérdense, este es A, este es B y este es C. So el término de A ahora no es 1, es un número mayor que 1. So en este caso lo que tenemos que hacer es encontrar un nuevo valor de C que se encuentra multiplicando 2 por 3. O sea, en clase yo llamaba AC o AC. Si yo multiplico 2 por 3, me da 6. So, entonces ahora en vez de trabajar con el 3, voy a trabajar con el 6. So, lo que estamos haciendo aquí es paso por paso, right? Primero, se abren los paréntesis, porque el proceso es igual. La única diferencia ahora es que el número que está enfrente de x al cuadrado se va a mantener. Este número se pone en el principio de cada binomio, ¿ok? No lo pueden dejar botado. Antes solo poníamos x y x. Ahora se va a poner el número que esté enfrente del coeficiente del término líder, que es el término cuadrático. ¿Alright? So, cuando encontramos el valor de C y se multiplica A por C, que fue lo que hice ahora, multipliqué 2 por 3 y me dio 6. So, mi nuevo valor de AC es 6, que ya lo tengo aquí. ¿Ok? So, entonces ahora mi pregunta va a ser, como el último término es positivo, porque si igual me da positivo 6, ¿verdad? Entonces quiere decir que las burbujas van a ser iguales y van a llevar el término del signo de en medio, que es más. Por eso pongo más y más. Y mi pregunta es, dos números que he multiplicado me da 6 y sumado me da 7. Y es 6 y 1. 6 por 1, 6, 6 más 1, 7. Ahora, siempre va a haber una de las dos burbujas o las dos que se pueden simplificar dividiendo entre el máximo común divisor. En este caso, solo esta burbuja primera tiene máximo común divisor, que es 2. So, si yo divido entre 2, ¿qué es lo que me ha quedado entre 2? 1. No pongo el 1 porque se entiende que está ahí. Bajo la X, más 6 entre 2 es 3. El máximo común divisor de este es 1, pero recuerden que 1 divide todos los números del mundo, so eso se va a quedar igual, ese no cambia. So esta es mi respuesta final. ¿Ok? So, lean paso por paso. ¿Ok? Una vez que ustedes encuentren el nuevo valor de AC, el proceso es el mismo. ¿Ok? So let's put that in practice. ¿Ok? Alright, so let's do problem number 1. Remember, that's A, that's B, and that's C. Now, I have to find my new value of AC. So AC means multiply 3 times -2, and I get -6. So my new value of C is going to be -6. I'm not going to use this anymore, I'm going to use this. ¿Ok? Muchachos, lo primero que tenemos que hacer es buscar mi valor nuevo de AC. Entonces se multiplica 3 por -2 y me da -6. So este es mi nuevo valor de C. Ok, that's AC. So lo que hago ahora es abrir mis paréntesis y puedo mantener siempre este número. No lo voy a perder, ok? Right, guys. So now we have to do is, according to my steps, open a set of parentheses, ok? Remember, you have to keep the 3 in both parentheses, all right? Because when we have x squared, we put 1x in each set of parentheses. Now, in this case, we have to keep the 3. Now, because the last one is negative, we need different signs, okay? So it's going to be 1 minus and 1 plus. Now, remember, because my middle term is negative, my larger number is going to be negative. And my smallest factor is going to be positive. Muchachos, como el último negativo, okay, este es un nuevo valor de C, quiere decir entonces que vamos a tener burbujas diferentes. y la burbuja negativa va a llevar el número mayor. ¿Por qué? Porque el término de en medio es negativo. ¿Ok? En este caso aquí, el término mayor va a ser positivo. So, let's find two factors of 6, not 2, okay? Two factors of 6. That when I multiply them will give me 6, and when I subtract them will give me 5. Dos números que multiplicado me dé 6 y restado me dé 5. So 6 y 1, okay? So it's 6 and 1. That means that 6 is going to go here because I want that to be negative and plus 1 over there. Now remember, 99% of the times, only one bubble will have GCF, not both. Muchachos, 99% de los casos, solamente un set de paréntesis va a tener máximo común divisor, no los dos. En este caso solamente tiene este máximo común divisor. So the only one that have GCF is this one, and the GCF is 3, because I can divide both numbers by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, so I don't have to write it, I just put the x. Minus 6 divided by 3 is 2. And I'm going to bring this down because the GCF for this one is 1. And remember, if you divide by 1, you're still going to have the same answer. So that's my answer for that. Okay, guys? So, acuérdense que solamente este tiene máximo común divisor. Este no. Este sí tiene 1, pero el 1 divide todos los números del mundo. Y cuando tú divides entre 1, te queda el mismo número o el mismo binomio o el mismo trinomio. Eso no va a cambiar. So, el máximo común divisor de aquí es el 3, porque yo divido el 3 entre 3 y 6 entre 3. Y me queda x menos 2. So, okay. First thing, remember, your homework is going to be just like this. La tarea va a ser exactamente como estos. The first thing you have to do is find your new value of C. Lo primero que tienen que hacer ustedes es buscar el valor nuevo de C. O sea, haciendo el AC. So, if I multiply this, okay, my new AC is going to be negative 72 because I did it already, okay? 6 times negative 12 is negative 72. So now I'm going to ignore this and I'm going to work with this as my new value of C. Let me just put his here. Now, because that's negative, different signs, all right? So let's, como este negativo, so va a ser signos diferentes. So let's open our parentheses, okay? Now remember, you're going to keep the first term. Tienen que mantener el primer término, eso nunca lo van a eliminar. So 6x here, 6x there, right? Now, plus and minus. My larger number is going to be the plus side because the middle term is positive. Niños, mi factor mayor va a ser positivo porque el término de medio es positivo. So my question is, what I ask myself is, 2 factors of 72, when I subtract them, it will give me 1, positive 1. It's going to be 9 times 8. 9 times 8 is 72. 9 minus 8 is 1. So the 9 goes here because the greatest number take the middle sign, term, and 8 goes here. All right? 9 times 8 is 72. 9 minus 8 is 1. Okay? Now, muchachos, acuérdense. Cuando encuentro mis factores, el mayor tiene que ser el signo más porque el término del medio es positivo. So, mis factores son 9 por 8. Ok, so el 9 tiene que ir en el más y el 8 en el menos. 9 por negativo 8 me da negativo 72. 9 menos 8 me da positivo 1. Ok, now look what I'm talking about. In this case, both terms has GCF. So, muchachos, en este caso, los dos burbujas tienen máximo común divisor. Aquí el máximo común divisor es 3 y aquí el máximo común divisor es 2. So guys, here the GCF is 3 and here the GCF is 2. So let's simplify. 6 divided by 3 is 2x plus 9 divided by 3 is 3. Next, 6 divided by 2 is 3x minus 8 divided by 2 is 4. And that will be my answer. So, esa es mi respuesta, ¿ok? Porque en este caso los dos tienen máximo común divisor. ¿Ok? So, let's move on. I picked like 10 problems. Everything's going to be repetitive. But remember, guys, the practice make you, the practice make you, the practice make you better. Okay? So, let's move on. I picked like 10 problems. Everything's going to be repetitive. But remember, guys, the practice make you, the practice make you better. Okay? So, let's move on. I picked like 10 problems. Everything's going to be repetitive. But remember, guys, the practice the more you practice, the better you become, at solving this kind of problems o factoring this kind of problems. Muchachos, recuerden que entre más practican, como dicen, la práctica hace el maestro. All right. First thing, AC, mi primer paso, ¿ok? Buscar mi nuevo AC, find the value of AC. 4 times negative 4, it will give me negative 24. So that's my new value of C, okay? That's my new value of C. So now, two sets of parentheses. Parentheses, muchachos, okay? Let's keep the 4x and 4x. Because that's negative, that's gonna be different signs, okay? You don't have to do this in the homework. I'm doing it right now because it's the lesson, and I want you to get all the information that will help you to understand, okay, the steps. Muchachos, lo tienen que hacer esto en la tarea, right? Pero yo lo hago para que ustedes, como es la lección, tengan una mejor idea de cómo resolver estos problemas. Okay, different signs, minus and plus. Remember, I always put my first parenthesis with the sign of the larger number, okay? That's a trick. Muchachos, yo siempre pongo el signo de en medio en la primera burbuja para yo saber que el número mayor va a ir aquí. So, 2 factors of 24, that when I subtract them will give me 5, is 8 and 3. Negative 8 times 3 is negative 24. Negative 8 plus 3, negative 5. GCF, only this one. This one doesn't have a GCF. Máximo común divisor, solamente esta burbuja. La otra no tiene máximo común divisor, nada más que el 1. Pero si dividen entre 1, les va a quedar igual. Okay, so remember guys, this one, the GCF is 1. But if you divide by 1, you're still going to have the same binomial. So when I divide that, I will get x minus 2, and I just bring the other one down. Okay? That's it. Next. AC. The AC, 12 times negative 5 is going to give you negative 60. So that is my new value of C, my new constant. Now I'm going to open 2 sets of parentheses. I'm going to keep my 12, 12x, right? Siempre mantengo el primer, muchachos, siempre se mantiene el primer coeficiente, eso no se elimina. When I have different signs, okay, because that's negative, that's going to be different signs. So plus, because that's plus, and a minus. 2 factors of 60, that when I subtract them will give me 4, okay? 2 factors of 60, so 10 times 6 is 60, 10 minus 6 is 4. So 10 goes here and 6 goes there, okay? 10 times negative 6, negative 60, 10 minus 6, positive 4. 10 por negativo 6 me da negativo 60, 10 menos 6 me da positivo 4. Now here, they both have GCF, okay? The GCF here, I think, is 2. The GCF here is 6, okay? So 12 divided by 2 is 6x plus 10 divided by 2 is 5. 12 divided by 6 is 2x, and 6 divided by 6 is 1. So that's my answer. See, if you get this the first time, guys, you go free, okay? Si ustedes entienden esto desde el principio, no se les va a hacer complicado. So let's do this one. So my new AC is positive 6. So because this is positive, you're gonna have equal signs, okay? Because your new value of C is positive 6. So you're gonna have same sign. So they're both gonna be positive because the middle term is positive. So como mi nuevo término de C, mi nuevo valor de C es positivo, las dos burbujas van a llevar signos iguales. Entonces las dos van a llevar el signo de medio que son más. So I'm going to do, forgot my 3, okay? 3x plus and 3x plus. 2 factors of 6 that when I add them up will give me 7, 6 and 1. 6 times 1 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7. Now, only this one has GCF, which is 3. Solo esta tiene máximo común divisor, que es 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, so just x. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And I'm going to keep that one because the only GCF that they have is 1. So I'm going to get the same values. I'm going to go a little faster because at this point you should know this, okay? So AC will be negative 18. So this is my new value of C. And because it's negative, it's going to be different signs, okay? So let's do my 6x and my 6x because I have to keep that, remember, 6x es x porque siempre tengo que mantener el primer término, no se les olvide el primer coeficiente, quiero decir. So because it's different signs, the larger number is going to be positive and the smallest number is going to be negative. 2 factors of 18, so when I subtract them, will give me 7. Remember, when it's different signs, you subtract. When it's equal signs, you add. Cuando son signos diferentes, se restan. Cuando son signos iguales, se suman. So here will be 9 times 2. 9 times negative 2 is negative 18. 9 minus 2 is positive 7. Now here, they both have GCF. So the GCF here is 3 and 3. The GCF here is 2. Okay, guys? Aquí los dos tienen máximo común divisor. El máximo común divisor de estos dos es 3. El máximo común divisor de estos dos es 2. So let's simplify. 6 divided by 3 is 2. X plus 9 divided by 3 is 3. 6 divided by 2 is 3x. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Not too bad, right, guys? Not too bad. You should like feel a little comfortable now that I have done 6 problems. Now let's speed up a little bit. First thing, okay? AC. You don't have to do. Okay, you don't have to see. You don't have to do that. I'm doing because I'm teaching you the lesson. But once you know the rules, you don't have to do that. So just write your new AC. So your new AC will be 5 times negative 2 will be negative 10. Okay? You don't have to write also, you don't have to write new value of C, equal sign, different sign. You don't have to do that. If you know that, you can just continue solving. Okay? Muchachos, ya ustedes no tienen que hacer esto que estoy haciendo yo, estas flechitas que están así. Ok? Porque si ustedes ya saben que AC es la multiplicación de estos dos, solo escriban AC igual a negativo 10, porque 5 por negativo 2 es negativo 10, right? Now, no tienen que poner aquí tampoco nuevo valor de C, ni tienen que poner signos iguales, signos diferentes. Una vez que ustedes saben todo el proceso, solo sigan trabajando. So, miren lo que voy a hacer yo ahora de aquí para allá. Ya voy a hacer lo práctico, lo que ustedes deberían hacer sin necesidad de hacer esto. Okay. So, my new value AC. I know that that's negative, so it's going to be different signs, okay? So I'm going to write 6x, and I'm going to keep the plus here because that's going to be for my largest number, and 5x minus for my small number, okay? So 2 factors of 10 that when I subtract it will give me 9. It's going to be 10 and 1. 10 times negative 1 is negative 10. 10 minus 1 is 9. Now here, only this one has GCF, which is 5. So if I divide by 5, I will get x plus 2. And I'm going to bring that down because that one, the GCF is 1. So I'm still going to have the same answer. So remember what I'm saying. Once you know the rules, just do what I'm doing right now. Ok, muchachos, en la tarea, si ustedes ya saben, se sienten prácticos y saben los procesos, esto es lo que tienen que hacer, ok? Lo primero. AC, 3 times negative 5, negative 15. Okay, negative 15 means different signs. So you're going to write 3y minus, because your larger number is going to be minus, okay, 3y plus. 2 factors of 15 that when I subtract it will give me 2. It's going to be 5 and 3. Negative 5 times 3, negative 15. Negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. Now here, only this one has GCF, which is 3. I'm going to bring that down because that's going to remain the same, and that will be y plus 1. That's what you have to do in your homework, okay? Make sure I see this step. Find AC, factor, and simplify. If you don't do that, I'm gonna give you 0, okay? 2 more, look. Okay, first thing, AC, 2 times -9, -18. So because that's negative, different signs. So write your parentheses, 2x, and bring that down, plus, because that's gonna be your largest number, and 2 of x minus. Miren muchachos, cuando ustedes saben que este negativo, ustedes saben que son signos diferentes. So, bajan el 2x y bajan el más, porque el número mayor va a llevar el signo de más, y el otro va a ser menos. 2 factors of 18, that when I subtract them will give me 3. It's going to be 6 and 3. 6 times -3 is -18, 6 minus 3 is +3. Now, only this one has GCF, which is 2. If I divide, I will get x plus 3, and I bring that down to x minus 3. Okay? Once you get the hint, just keep going. AC is +60. Because that's positive equal signs, so they're both going to have the plus sign. So you're going to do 5x plus 5x plus. Two numbers, then when you multiply them will give you 16, and when you add it will give you 19, 15, and 4. 15 times 4 is 60, 15 plus 4 is 19. Only this one have GCF, which is x plus 3, and that's going to bring that down because there's nothing I can do. All right? That's it. Okay? Remember, AC first. You always keep the value of A at the beginning of each binomial. When you find the factor, you divide by GCF, one of both parentheses, and that should be your answer. Muchachos, para recapitulizar todo, lo primero que tienen que hacer es multiplicar A por C para encontrar su nuevo valor de C. Luego no se le olviden de poner siempre el valor de A con la X al principio de cada paréntesis. Y luego van a dividir una burbuja o dos, depende de cuáles tengan máximo común divisor, y simplifican. That's it. Everything else is the same. Same rules. Different signs, okay, you subtract. Signos diferentes, se resta, y mantienes el signo del número mayor. Okay, guys, when you subtract, you keep the sign of the largest number, the larger factor. The larger factor takes the middle term sign. And if you have equal signs, if you have plus sign at the end, the value of C is plus, you're going to have same signs, either both positives or both negatives. Muchachos, si el último es positivo, las dos burbujas van a llevar ya sea positivo los dos o negativo los dos. Y se suman, all right? Good luck, and after this, remember, 4 more homework and we're done. Have a good day.